Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. I welcome class 10th in my lecture series for chemistry. In today's lecture, we are going to learn that how the molecular, structural and the condensed formula are written for butane. Now, for writing the structural, molecular or condensed formula for any of the organic compound, we first need to know that how many carbon atoms are present in this organic compound. Now, in butane, if we divide the word into two, then this but means that this compound contains 4 carbon atoms, and since this compound name is ending with ane, so this means that this alkanes contain 2 elements, carbon as well as hydrogen. Now we know that this butane contains 4 carbon atoms and this butane contains 2 elements, carbon as well as hydrogen. Now in the second step, we will write string or chain of the carbon atoms. Now we just drew the chain of 4 carbon atoms because 4 carbon atoms are present in this organic compound. In the step 3, we will attach hydrogen atoms to each carbon atom. Now how will we know that how many hydrogen atoms are attached to each carbon atom? For this we have a key that the carbon always form 4 bonds and hydrogen always form 1 bond. So for this carbon atom, we may see here that this carbon atom has only 1 bond drawn. We need to draw 3 more bonds. So for this carbon atom, we drew 3 more bonds and attached this carbon to 3 hydrogen atoms. For this carbon atom, we may see here that 2 bonds are already drawn. We need to draw 2 more bonds in order to complete its valency. So we attach 2 hydrogen atoms to this carbon atom. For the third carbon atom, the same we have the same case as the second carbon atom, that this third carbon atom is attached to 2 bonds already, and we need to attach 2 more bonds in order to complete its valency. So 2 hydrogen atoms are attached to the third carbon atom. Now for the fourth carbon atom, only 1 bond is drawn. So we need, in order to complete its valency, we need to draw 3 more hydrogen atoms. So this carbon atom contains 3 hydrogen atoms attached to it. So when we attach the hydrogen atom to each of the carbon atoms, then now you may see that the valency of each carbon as well as the hydrogen atom has been satisfied. So this is the structural formula for butane. Now if we want to write the condensed formula from the structural formula, then what will we do? For writing the condensed formula, we will first write the carbon atoms in a row. We know that the butane has 4 carbon atoms, so we will write 4 carbon atoms like this. Always remember that in the condensed formula, the horizontal and the vertical lines are omitted. So we will write 4 carbon atoms as this. Then with each carbon atom, we will write hydrogen atom along with this. Now we will number each carbon atom 1, 2, 3 and 4, as we number the carbon atom in the structural formula as 1, 2, 3 and 4. Now after writing the hydrogen atoms along with each carbon atom and numbering the carbon atom, we will just put the number of each hydrogen atom attached with the carbon atom. Now how would we know that which number should be attached to each hydrogen atom? We will compare this with this structural formula. Now in the structural formula, with carbon number 1, 3 hydrogen atoms are attached, so we will write CH3. In the structural formula, with carbon number 2, 2 hydrogen atoms are attached, so we will write CH2. In the structural formula, with 3 carbon atoms, 2 hydrogen atoms are attached, so we will write CH2. In the structural formula, with 4th carbon atom, 3 hydrogen atoms are attached, so we will write CH3. So this is the condensed structural formula for butane because all the horizontal and the vertical lines have been omitted. Now we have to derive the molecular formula for this compound as well. For all the alkanes, we have the formula CnH2n plus 2. Now with the help of this formula, if we know the number of carbon atoms, then we can easily calculate the number of hydrogen atoms present in that molecule. For example, in CnH2n plus 2, as N denotes the number of carbon atoms. Now, N is equal to 4 in butane. We know that the alkanes contain, butane contain 4 carbon atoms. So, we know that the number of carbon atom in this compound is 4. So, putting the value of N as 4. C4H2 in bracket we have written 4 plus 2. Then we will calculate this, simplify it, and it will come as C4H10. Now you may, in order to compare that whether you have written the correct condensed formula for butane or not, you will compare the number of hydrogen atoms present here and the number of hydrogen atoms present here. So if you calculate the number of hydrogen atoms present in this compound, then 3 plus 2 plus 2 plus 3 equals 10. So this means that you have drawn the correct condensed formula for butane. Now we have another example, that is of octane. In octane, we know that this word OCT, oct, means 8 carbon atoms. So in this organic compound 8 carbon atoms are present. We have to write molecular structural and condensed formula for this octane. Now we will adopt the same method. In the first step, what we did, we first understand that how many carbon atoms are present. In the second step, we drew the chain of 8 carbon atoms. After drawing the chain of 8 carbon atoms, we completed the valency for each carbon atom. We know that carbon atom forms 4 bonds. So we just attached the hydrogen atoms with each carbon atoms on the basis of number of bonds each carbon atom needed. So after attaching the hydrogen atoms with each carbon atom, we numbered each carbon atom from 1 to 8. So this is the structural formula for octane. In order to write the condensed formula for this octane, we will first write the carbon atoms in a row. We will number these carbon atoms, and after numbering these carbon atoms, we will compare the number of hydrogen atoms attached to each carbon atom. For the carbon number 1, in this structural formula, 3 hydrogen atoms are attached to carbon number 1. So we wrote CH3, then CH2, 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 CH2 and CH3. So by comparing the number of carbon atoms, we may easily add the number of hydrogen atoms attached with each carbon atom. So by numbering each carbon atom, you can easily follow the sequence of these groups as present in the structural formula. Now for writing the molecular formula, we adopted the same method. We know that alkanes molecular formula can be derived by using the formula CnH2n plus 2. In this formula, N contains the number of carbon atoms. So since in octane there are 8 carbon atoms, so by putting the value of N, C8H2 multiplied by 8 plus 2 gives C8H18. So this is the molecular formula for octane. Our next topic for today is saturated and unsaturated hydrocarbons. Now what are saturated and unsaturated hydrocarbons? For hydrocarbons, we read that these hydrocarbons are the compounds of carbon with hydrogen. So this means that only 2 elements are present in the hydrocarbon, that are carbon as well as hydrogen. Now these hydrocarbons may be divided into 2 categories, saturated as well as unsaturated hydrocarbons. Saturated hydrocarbons are the hydrocarbons in which all carbon-carbon bonds are single. So on all the organic compounds that contain single carbon-carbon bonds are called as the saturated hydrocarbons. These saturated hydrocarbons are called as alkanes. Examples for alkanes includes methane. In methane, only 1 carbon atom is present and 4 hydrogen atoms are attached to it. The second example for alkane is ethane. In ethane, 2 carbon atoms are present. Now you may see here that in between these 2 carbon atoms, single bond is present. So since single bond is present, therefore it is a saturated hydrocarbon. Therefore it is considered as an alkane. Now with each carbon atom, 3 hydrogen atoms are attached with each carbon atom. The general formula for all the alkanes or the saturated hydrocarbons is written as CnH2n plus 2. Now, the second category of the hydrocarbon is the unsaturated hydrocarbon. Unsaturated hydrocarbons are the hydrocarbons that contain at least one carbon-carbon multiple bond. Now, this multiple bond may be double bond or the triple bond. Unsaturated hydrocarbons may be divided into two categories, alkene as well as alkyne. Now, if that organic compound contains at least one carbon-carbon double bond, then it will be called as alkene. And the examples for alkene includes ethene. Now, in ethene, two carbon atoms are present, and you may notice here that between these two carbon atoms, double bond is present. So, therefore, this compound is considered as an alkene, as an unsaturated hydrocarbon. The general formula for the alkene may be written as CnH2n. So, with this general formula, if we know the number of carbon atoms, then we can derive the molecular formula of an alkene by using this general formula. Another category of unsaturated hydrocarbon is the alkyne. Alkynes are the organic compound that contain at least one carbon-carbon triple bond. Example for alkyne include ethyne. Now in ethyne you may see here that triple bond is present between two carbon atoms. The general formula for ethyne may be written as CnH2n minus 2. So this means that if you know the number of carbon atoms for any organic compound, then you may also derive the molecular formula for that alkyne. So you need to memorize the general formula for each of the categories: alkane, alkene and alkyne. Now we will do a self-assessment exercise. This exercise asks to choose saturated and unsaturated hydrocarbon from the following example. In the first example, we have an organic compound, that is propane, and in this organic compound, as you may see, that all the carbon-carbon bonds are single bond. So since all the carbon-carbon bonds are single, so therefore it is a saturated hydrocarbon. Therefore, it may be called as the alkane. In the second case, we may see that one carbon-carbon bond is the multiple bond, that is the triple bond is present between these two carbon atoms. Now, since these two carbon atoms contain the multiple bond, so therefore it is an unsaturated hydrocarbon. Since that multiple bond is triple bond, so we will consider this organic compound as alkyne. In the third example, we may see here that one carbon-carbon double bond is present. So therefore, it is an unsaturated compound, and since double bond is present, so it is considered as an alkene. In the fourth example, we may see that double bond is present between 4 carbon atoms. Now, the presence of these double bonds tells us that this is an unsaturated compound and it is an alkene.